2 years ago on July 21st, I posted my first YouTube video, and it was this welcome sign. It sat out on the front porch in the Florida heat and sunshine, and by about 6 months went by, I noticed it had started to yellow. And it continued to get worse and worse. And here it is now, sitting next to a freshly poured resin project. So that turned into a science experiment where I was trying to figure out which resin was the least likely to yellow. And since then, I've been watching some YouTube videos. And in the video that I watched, several of the resins that did not yellow in the sun were the DICTION and the Crystal Clear. But this was a short-term experiment, and it's not to say that if they were left in the sun longer, they would not yellow. So I believe that there is not any resin that is supposed to be put out in the direct sunlight, but I do believe that some will yellow slower. So if you have it indoors and it's by the sunlight coming in, you would want to use a resin that is less likely to yellow. So anyway, that's why I chose to use this resin. And since then, we've also found out that even though the DICTION resin is less likely to yellow out in the sun, it's good for molds and for glass art, but not for canvas projects because it causes fish eyes. So anyway, I decided I was going to use the DICTION resin and color it blue using a mica powder, and I used a chameleon mica powder, which is kind of a color change. And I'm just trying to get it up to the blue color that I want. And even though it looks really blue looking down at it on the cup, it's not blue enough to cover up the yellow. So I had to keep on adding the blue mica powder until I was satisfied. And then I went ahead and I dumped it right on top of the welcome sign after I had cleaned it up. And I was trying to be very careful not to get it on top of any of the glass, but just to put it around the perimeter of all the flowers and stems and leaves. And of course, like I said, this is the DICTION resin that I had colored blue, and I used the kitchen torch to get rid of the bubbles. And I actually put some glitter on it too. You can see the blue glitter at the top. Also, something to note, in all of the resins that did not yellow as quickly or didn't show any yellowing in the sun in this experiment, they all had a blue tint to them. And if you look at that DICTION resin, this is how it comes. It is blue tinted. And then I took the metallic marker, the oil-based metallic marker, and colored over the welcome words. I thought it would stand out a little better than the blue behind the blue resin. So this is what the resin looked like before I did anything to it. The yellowed resin next to something that is newly poured, the clear resin. And this is what it looks like after when I put the blue tinted resin over top. I think it looks a lot better than the yellow. I would rather have it totally clear, but if you can't have it totally clear, you might as well change. Okay, so here's the welcome sign after I put the blue tinted the resin blue. And this is what I used. I used this chameleon pigment powder. And it really, I don't know if you can see it in this, but it kind of changes color. And it made it pretty. And I like that I changed the lettering to the gold. I thought it needed something like that. And today's not a real sunny day, but I might take it outside so that you can see what it looks like outside. So here, when you come up to it on the front porch, it looks real pretty, and when you go to the side, you can really see the color change. It kind of has some purple in it and some blue. It looks real pretty. At least it looks better than being yellow, so I'm pretty happy with it. So maybe if you're gonna plan on putting something outdoors, if you put a little bit of color with it to begin with, then you won't notice the yellow. And of course, the hotter the climate, the quicker it's going to yellow. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel. If you want to be notified of future videos, go ahead and subscribe. And I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching.